So let's start. Container. Hashtag container. So that's how you more like reference IDs in CSS. When you put a hash, it knows who you're talking to. Okay, hashtag container. I want you to be as wide as the width. I want it to be 100%. I don't want to look at this. Are you seeing the space here? I don't want all of the spaces. All of the spaces you're seeing here, we don't want it. And so let's make the container the same thing with the body. So we want you to, the width should be what? 100%. Are you getting it? Now, divs by default comes with some bit of margin or some bit of padding. And so we don't want all of that. So before this, we'll simply come here and say first, whatever element is on this page, which is star, if you're used to asterisk, if you're used to SQL, you know that that's more like all. Everybody, strip yourself off any padding. You can see it here, 0. And strip yourself off any margin. And you can see it here, 0. That's 1. Then, so that anything anybody has, we actually give it to the person. So now, hashtag container width. Yes, we want the container to be as wide as the body. The next guy I'll be talking to now is the header. And I'm saying header, hashtag header. How are you today? Okay, let me quickly do your makeup for you or tell you what parts you will be getting in this website. First and foremost, let your width be 100% and your height be 50%. Sorry, 50 pixel. 50% to take half of the screen. Do we get that? Aha. So the height should be what? 50 pixel. Okay, I would want to put some things inside of it, but I want those things padded with space. I'll be doing that later once I have a content inside of it, so don't worry. Header, take this. However, for header, I want you to have more like a border. I want to give him a border now. I don't want 2 pixels anymore. I want 1 pixel. I want solid, and I want it black. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Does that about it? So let's see if this is going to make any difference. Ctrl S, always save your file. Come down here and refresh. Are we good to go? So you can get to see that everything looks more like perfect, just like we wanted it. You can see the container is now on the wall. Are you seeing the edge? Can you see the edge? And like that. Now, why is this scrollable? Are you seeing the scroll bar down here? Why is there a scroll bar? Now, this is it. We said the width of this header should be 100%, and we added 1 pixel for a border. That increased it over 100%. And once it's over 100%, that means it's wider than the width of your screen. You don't want that, right? So basically, I can do 2 things. I can either say, of course, for a normal header, you would not really want to put a border there, especially from the both side, left and right. I can actually do something for only up and down if you want to. However, instead of this, I can simply, but all I'm saying is that 1 pixel here added to what we have here, and that's what brought about the scroll bar. Remove this 1 pixel, the border. Okay, let me just do it this way to make what I'm saying clear to you. Border left, the left border, I don't want any border here. And border right, to the right, I don't also want any border. So the only borders will be left, it will be up and what? Down. Let's see if this solves our problem. Are you seeing that the scroll bar is no longer there? Yes. And the border is only for up and down. That's that, and that's how that works. Are we together? So that's that. The next guy we're talking to is a slide. The next guy we're talking to is Banner, sorry. Hey Banner, how are you doing today? Quickly, we wouldn't be wasting much time, so I'll be copying some of the styles from here. Take these. Okay, I'll stop here. Now, Okay, let me just do this as well. I may want, it depends on what you want. You may not want your banner to hit the wall, but I prefer it enters the wall. Like, I want it to be exactly the screen width. I don't want any space to the left based on what I want to do now. So that's why I'm putting all of this border left, border right, none. So, but however, the width I want it to be 100%. The height I want it to be bigger. So let me say it's around 200 pixels. I think I'll prefer that for the banner to start with. I can make some banners as big as the screen size, like you see on my website. But for now, let's just do this. Okay, banner, that's you. Let's see if we're going to get any difference. Are you seeing that? Now you can do, create a space in between your header and your banner if you want to. If you don't really want to, you can leave it that way, which is also cute. You can see the line is thicker because the borders they are double, one from the banner and one from the menu. That's the header. So that's that about that. Maybe for now we just want to give it a little space. I will just simply say margin. I want it to take some space from up and down. From up, just give 10 pixel. Up, down, 10 pixel. Left, right, no pixel, so that you don't spoil or add more space to the left and the right hand. Are we seeing that now? Can you see that space? Even if we come the other guy under, there's going to be a space. So let's do that quickly. The next is who's next? Okay, section 1. Now sometimes I like copying this so that I don't make mistake with your names. Hashtag section 1. Section 1, please just behave like banner. Take all of the spaces. Take everything. That's to the left, to the right, virtually. Let's see, was a bit taller than, let's see what we have here. Okay, they're almost the same thing. So section 1 will be doing what? The height. I wouldn't want to bother about the height so much, because the height will come from the content, that is the two divs inside and not the section. So section can be just this, take this, then the width, I'll be a bit sensitive now. I'll be a bit sensitive with the width, but however, let's put the contents first. So let's say these. Okay, so then let's go to element 1 and element 2, which we want to appear inside of this. So hashtag elements. Sorry, I don't like copying that. I don't want to make a mistake with the spelling. Element 1. So let's do this. Element 1. Are we there? Okay, on element 1 now, which is, it's going to want to give him some part of section 1 and not everything of section 1. So now let's look at this quickly. If this is the whole of section 1, you know that definitely there's a space here, there's a space here, and there is another space here. And so if section 1, the whole of this place is 100%, taking the whole width, then element 1, if we give him 50%, there will be no room for this and this and this. Are we together? So what we'll do is, how about giving him to take only 40% of section 1, so that we can leave at least, if we take 40%, this takes 40%, we have 20% to split amongst these guys. Here. Are we on the same page? Okay, so if this is 40 and this is 40, I can say 5 to the left, 5 to the right, 5 to this, and 5 to this, and that will give me the 20 I need. 5, 50, 5 space as margins. Those come as margin outside here. So 5 from this guy will be somewhere here, then 5 from element 2 will be somewhere here. That gives us the space here. 5 will come here, 5 will come here. However, it will be a bit tiny here. But don't worry, section can make up for that. But let's do that quickly and see what the implication would be. So for this guy, we're going to have width and height. For element 1, the width should no longer be 100, should not be 100%, should be 40%. That's one. Then let's put the border so that you get to see. Yes, the border will be complete. Don't worry about that. We'll sort that out later. Okay. Border, and okay, instead of border, sorry, I'll prefer background color, because border will distort the sizing. Let me put the background color. Let me say We don't have much time, sorry. Let me just put in green. Yes, you can write it this way as well as a fixed color. Green and margin, that's the space we want to the left, to the right. If you want it all round, you can just put 5% instead of pixel now. Yes, 5%. Okay, let's say left and right is 5%, so up and down, let's just do pixel up and down. Should we? Yep, because we say up and down, it will take this, it will be according to the height. So let's take 10 pixel. Don't worry, whatever it looks like, we'll see it. Okay, that's that about that. So let's see. Then another thing is this: you would have to make it okay, let me let that mistake come up, then we'll sort it out. The next is who element what 2. I pray I don't make mistake with the spelling. Element 2 40. Yes, I guess everything should be the same, right? So now the color for this one should be more like, let me use purple. Okay, now let's see what we'll get. Are you seeing this? You can see actually he left all of the spaces, the 10 pixel, the space to the left and right, but they are not on the same line. Okay, so what we have to do is to float element 1 as well as element 2. What this does is this: it makes the element to take a different to flow in a different way apart from the default state which we have just seen here. By default, this is how it will stay. Like I said, divs would want to, you know, take all of the row to themselves, and we don't want another element to, you know, come to the side or stay by it. So to avert this, or to give us what we want, we would have to include the CSS styling for float. Okay, so we have float left. Now this is it. When you include float left here, you can, it is also necessary to include it on the second element. If you don't, this is what you would get. You can see that now actually element 1, which is green, is on top. It's now, if it's more like it's floating, while the other element, which is the purple one, element 2, is underneath, is under of the green, this green div you're seeing. The purple element is actually under. That's not floatable, and since the green one, that's element 1, is now floatable, it's more like, you know, give room to the other div to take its place, kind of. So the other thing, what we need to do now is to also float element to make it a floatable element too. So would float it left. Now one may say, why are we not floating it right? Okay, let me do this first. Save. Okay, are we seeing it now? Whoa, like it came out. Yes, float left is more like you have this div on its own floated to the left. This can also join floating this way, such that if you now have like 3-4 divs, just keep floating them to the left. So this will just stay, this will be like, after this comes this, float the other to the left, let them just keep making up the line from the left. I can however float this to the right, but like I said, it's better to do it this way, float to the left, especially when you have more than 2. You want to have more than 2 divs here, in a case where you have about 3 of them. And so the space you're seeing here is the 5%. You know, we had something called margin, right? And we said this is up, down, top, bottom, left, right. Am I right? Now remember that this is in percentage. I'm going to take the percentage of the screen. The width of this window is what it's taking as 100%, and so 5% of that screen is this. And so imagine this space here, you're having it here for the purple, you have another one here for the green, and that's why this place is looking a bit big. It's quite large. So based on what you want, you can always adjust that. Let me give an instance of what